Some asked me if I could record it, so I am recording, so I'll be able to kind of share this with the team. And yeah, guys, so what I wanted to focus on during this training, and sometimes we do small team training, so I wanted to open up to the agency. And if you guys are watching it, this is something that I wanted to share because I've been on Teamico kind of sharing with what I do on a day-to-day, and I've had people ask questions about like, hey, Sebastian, what's this other CRM that you're running? How does it work? So I just kind of wanted to put together a quick training, and I did get to Alex. I did reach out to Alex. He's the founder of Agent CRM, and he's been, if you guys are tied to any insurance space, you may have seen this guy. He's all over the place, popping up everywhere, and it was a privilege to have him out here. He just wanted to run a quick demo, explain how it works. But real quick, you guys, I'll talk a little bit about how I use Agent CRM in conjunction with Inspired CRM. So it's not like one over the other. I really use it to kind of nurture the clients that kind of come in, nurture the people that I speak with, schedule the appointments. So in other words, what I'm doing with Inspired CRM and how I started, I didn't start with Agent CRM at the beginning. I kind of found it along my way when I was just working and growing in the business, getting more clients. I'm like, how can I keep everything together and start doing a lot of other stuff? And I think I found you, Alex, through I think it may have been a Luis Moreno video. And
Nice.
yeah. So his were very educational. I was learning about ACA and health and space like that. So um, so yeah, guys, ultimately, I still continue to use my Inspired CRM to day. I pull leads from there. We get the free leads. We're able to work them. And as soon as I have an interested party, I schedule the appointment in my agent CRM and allow the agent CRM to kind of do what it does. And I'm going to I'm going to let Alex kind of take over, run a demo, talk a little bit about what he's got going on, and if there's any value there. Um, again, by all means, just want to kind of give you guys the information of what's out there and what I've been using. So, Alex, I'll leave you the floor. Again, founder of Agent CRM. Feel free to
Yeah.
take it away, man.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So I'm gonna, instead of just doing a full-on demo of Agent CRM, what I'm gonna do is talk about some great marketing strategies for us. And then I'll show you how to execute those in Agent CRM. But even if you decide not to use Agent CRM, my goal is that you walk away from this with a pretty good idea of some new systems and automations to put in your business. Whether you can build those out in Inspired CRM, hopefully you'll be able to try Agent CRM and get some of Sebastian's workflows that he's created. And at the very least, I would love for you guys to connect with me and join me in future workshops. So I want to start by just sharing some of the big changes that have been happening with how people connect with each other over the phone. I don't know about you, but I just want to do a quick show of hands for those of you that are here. How many of you pick up a call from an unknown number? Very few of us, right? Somebody's calling us, we don't recognize the number, we don't pick up the phone, right? That is a recent survey showed that almost 90% of Americans do not answer the phone when somebody calls that they are not expecting and they do not have their number saved. I actually think the number is probably higher than that, but 90% is pretty good. I do not pick up the phone when somebody is calling me and I don't recognize the number. The phone calls are becoming a second or third option for most people. They prefer texting and they prefer messaging on social media. And so, us as insurance agents, we need to modify how we are communicating with the leads that we're getting in. So, I have two tips for you. Number one, I know that insurance has to be sold over the phone. So, we need them to talk to you, we need them to pick up the phone. So, my first rule of thumb, follow the new card rule. The rule was put in place by the iPhone and Android manufacturers. Like these are the phones themselves are determining who will actually get the phone to ring. And the way they determine that is a trusted number. So how do you get your number to be trusted? So if Andrew Day is calling me and I don't have his information saved in my phone, it's going to show up as either spam likely or unknown number, and it'll just show his phone number when he's calling me. Now, if Andrew sends me a text message, and in that text message is his contact card. Now, that's a file that you have inside of your own contact list of your contact card. Or you can create a contact card and send it as an attachment. But if he sends that to me as a text message, even if I don't save it, when he calls me, it'll say your number, and then it'll say something like maybe Andrew Day or Andrew Day. The name will show, and my phone will ring, even if I don't save the contact card. Why? Because the phone has determined that because you have sent your contact card in a text message, I have received it. I did not count it as spam or delete the message. Now that number is a trusted number. Now, you get the most benefits of the contact card rule when that contact card is saved, but you still get benefits even if they do not save the card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link in here and I'm going to share with you a tool that where you can create your own contact card. So there you go. It's a free tool. Click on that link, vcf.agencrm.com. And that's going to take you to a page where it's just a big form, right? You fill in your information on the form and then you click submit, and it's going to save a file to your computer. And that file is going to be a VCF file. You're going to want to send that as an attachment in texts and emails. And I'm going to show you how we do that automatically in Agent CRM, but this is a really big deal. The second thing I want to share is a mindset shift, right? Now, I just did a quick little survey, said who answers the phone when it's an unknown number calling you, and nobody here raised their hand. Now, most of us aren't on camera, but I'm going to assume that Megan and Bianca do not answer the phone when an unknown number calls them. They'll just let that junk go to voicemail, right? Now, but how many of us answer or respond to a text message from somebody, or at least read it, even if we don't know that person? Stats show 98% of text messages that come in, even if we don't know the person, are read. And if we do not interpret it as a spam message, we will respond. Now, what does that mean for us? That means that if we are sending a text message to someone, even if they don't know who we are yet, they will read it. Now, the key is to get them to respond to us. Now we're having a conversation, but a text message is read 98% of the time. So let's look at the stats. Less than 10% of the calls are going to get answered. 98% of the text messages are going to be read. So now we know if we want to communicate more with our insurance prospects, the best way to start the conversation is to send a text message. So with that in mind, let's dive into Agent CRM. And I'll show you what we call our branding bundles. I'm going to do a screen share and just dive right into Agent CRM. From a show of hands, if you could just put a number 1 in there if you have heard of Agent CRM. Just put the number 1 if you've ever heard of us. All right, Andrew's heard of us. Right on, right on. Bianca, excellent, excellent. Well, good, good, good. Cool. Well, that's great. That's great. So what I'm showing you, I don't want to go too fast. So I'm going to do a couple screen shares. I'm going to show you some screens inside of Agent CRM. This is the actual software of Agent CRM. And then I'm going to do a quick Q&A and answer questions that you have. So this is going to sound a little monologue-y as I go through this. Please bear with me. I don't mean for this to be me speaking at you. I do want this to be interactive where you can ask questions, but let me go through this for a few moments here and show you the power of the branding bundle. So inside of Agent CRM, which is built on top of a platform called High Level, so some of you may recognize the way that this screen looks in the left-hand menu. Inside of Agent CRM, what we have done is we have built out what we call a branding bundle for every insurance product. So I'm going to focus on the health insurance for this demonstration. And when we mapped out these branding bundles, which are included in Agent CRM, you can get as many of them as you want. But when we mapped it out, we thought, okay, what is the customer journey from A to Z of a prospect that is now in your database, right? So I see a CD here. So a lead is going to be given to CD. And then what is the process for that lead to be introduced to CD, to get his contact card, to schedule an appointment, and then what happens after the appointment? And then assuming a sale is made, what happens there? Or if a sale is not made at that time, what happens there? We've mapped out the whole thing. Let me show you. So inside of the health insurance workflows, we have folders. Now, I've been told that you guys are given leads, which is awesome. We have an entire folder here of lead generation workflows. So people can text in. So they can say the word health and they can send that as a text message to your agent CRM number and then agent CRM automation, and then communicate with them, getting their name and email address, and then scheduling them on your calendar. That's one of the many lead generation workflows that we have. Now, like I said, I know that you guys are getting leads, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one, but just to, point that out, there are many ways for you to generate leads without buying leads, without spending money on ads that are built in, pre-built, and ready to go for health insurance, which is pretty cool. We're very proud of that. Now, when a new lead comes in, so you guys have a new lead from Insured CRM, you want to drop it in here so that we can work the lead. Let's go through what happens when a new lead is added in. You can see the thoroughness of these branding bundles, and I want you to imagine what it looks like to dump 10, 15, 20 leads in here and have this system work for you in the background while you are taking appointments and doing revenue generating activities. Let's look at everything that happens in the background of the new lead workflow. So first, we have these optional actions here. Notice we're adding them to a Facebook custom audience for those of you that run ads. We're initiating Agent AI, which is our text-based AI agent.
He did say he was having some internet issues. Alex, you may have froze there. And guys, typically what I do is when I'm pulling leads from Inspired, wait until he gets back. Is he in Texas? No, he's in New York right now. But he was saying his apartment building's a little bit not the best service. He's moving to Texas. But typically what I do is I don't put every single lead that I get from Inspired. I get the ones that I put in here as a new lead campaign is one that has answered the phone, and I know I have a live person, so I'm not just gonna randomly throw a whole bunch of stuff at it because I want to protect that number. Oh yeah, he'll probably be back in a little bit. But if I'm pulling leads from Inspired, because Agent CRM is not going to give you guys leads, right? So I use Agent CRM to kind of do the legwork while I'm like he said, you're taking appointments, you're taking calls. That's kind of nurturing in the background, and I'll maybe show you guys I don't know, how do I see if he's back in here? Whatever. I might show you guys like just an example of somebody that just a random person that I may have connected with through the automation just happening in the background. And this was somebody that I got a referral. Hey, my name is Madison, and this is what I do a lot. I just send them the link, and yeah, you can use a Calendly. That's fine. You know what I mean? But I usually send them the link. They get something like this, and they can go into my calendar and actually schedule the time that they want to pick. But the cool thing about this is they get automations. They get an email, they get a text message reminding them about the appointment. So it kind of increases the chance that they're going to show up for that appointment. But if I were to look at, I think I picked on this one, this Jessica Daniels girl. Like I had her covered, just an example. This lady, I signed up for final expense way back when. These are all automations, by the way, that have gone out. My branding is the Life Care Pro, like I brand myself as that. So, so yeah. Okay, so Jessica, this was May the 2nd. I sold her back on May the 2nd. It was probably a lead I bought, sold her on final expense. It was a pleasure helping you find the right coverage. Once I make a sale, I put it as a sale made in the system, right? So sale made, it goes to referral, goes to an automation automatically. This all happens in the background, but this message goes out automatically. She sent me like a little, yay, happy, cool. And then she called me on May the 19th. I don't know for what. We talked. The recording's not there. This is another automation. Whenever I make a final expense sale, it goes into an automation of me trying to cross-sell Medicare. So this happens automatically. It tries to get them to book an appointment. These are all automations going out. Hey, why you don't need expert help with Medicare? She's 52. I should have picked up on that, but whatever. It's not perfect. Um, I don't know. I'm still trying to sell her final expense. Maybe I had her in a final expense automation going out, but these are all happening in the background. This is not me. This is when I got the contact card and it says, "Hey Jessica, I'm sending you my new contact card," and I sent it, and it saves a phone record. It's cool because what he was saying is like once you get that contact card, it's saved in the phone record. So even if they don't save it, it still pulls up. Like your iPhone will still say this is probably Sebastian Diaz because the contact card message is there. This was another email automation. These are all happening in the background. I don't do any of these, but once you set it up, I put my logo there. This is my email. This is my phone number. These are all little, hey, I just wanted to give you a quick update. Oh, this is about the contact card. So cool. So this is all happening in the background. Now it's open enrollment, and I set up an automation that I'll actually share with you guys. And if you guys want to, if you don't have to, you don't have to get it by all means. But this is an open enrollment automation I had going. And it hit on October 21st. It hit on October 22nd, on October 24th. These are emails. Then on October 24th, I sent her another, hey, just following up on the email I sent about the AEP and OEP periods. She's already a client, so I can market to her, for AEP. Finally, after all those automations, she messaged me on, mind you, she's not a health client of mine. She's only final expense. But she said, hey, this is Jessica Daniel. I need to talk to Sebastian about my health insurance. I just want him to look over mine and make sure it's the best one for me. Awesome. Finally, after May, June, July, August, September, October, right? She's now hitting me up about health insurance. And mind you, I got a lot of clients that way, this open enrollment. There's people that are already in my books, and I'm just kind of touching base back with them and allowing the system to do what they do. I should have just called her and set it up right then and there. She didn't answer me. The automations kept happening. I'm like, hey, I'd be happy to go over your messages. Hey, do you have any availability this coming week? No message, no message. Hey, it's Sebastian, your agent. With the recent government updates, government shutdowns, I put some stuff there. I made these automations. You can really nerd out. There's just too much information with it. And I don't recommend you sitting there and kind of use it to supplement. That's how I use it. But at nights or like early in the morning, I will set up and I'll play with automations and I'll create different things. But these were all created by me. Hey, Sebastian, it's your agent with the recent government updates. I'm using a lot of what's happening. Finally, she calls me on, I don't think you guys can hear this, but it says, hey, I need to speak with Sebastian. If you can give me a call back. And whenever somebody calls my number and they don't answer, they automatically get this text. Hey, it's Sebastian and the Life Care Pro team. I saw that we just missed your call. How can we help? And then she answered, hey, this is Jessica. I want to make sure I have the best health insurance plan for 2026. Marketplace keeps calling me. Is this the right person I should be talking to? I said yes. Again, I should have just called her back. I was probably busy, but I sent her a calendar link and I lost her again, right? When people want to do it, you should take advantage of that. Learn from me. But then I lost her again. She didn't answer. Now we're going to December the 22nd. I'm nurturing. I'm following up. Finally, she scheduled an appointment. She scheduled it on her own. So she must have gone through one of the emails or one of the text messages. And she scheduled that appointment because I see it here, new appointment created. The follow-ups are going out. I didn't do this, but these are all, hey, Jessica, thank you for scheduling an appointment. She can put it on her calendar. She gets a notification. Hey, we've got our appointment at 4. Hey, Jessica, just a reminder, this is the morning of. Discuss health insurance tomorrow. Oh, no, this is 24 hours out. This is a 30-minute out. Hey, we've got an appointment in 30 minutes. So I must have called her or some. Oh, here, I called her here, 5:06 p.m. And I sold her. Hey, Jessica, congratulations on your new insurance plan. Please check your email for onboarding instructions, right? So, and then it sends a review. This is something also that I'm sharing. Like if you guys want to, oh, whoops, let me add it here. Maybe he's back. I don't know where Alex went.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. I didn't even know you were in here. My
Man,
bad.
you were
All
rolling.
right,
You
so
were
I was
rolling,
just showing them.
Sebastian. Yeah, I was
I
like,
did
I don't
not
want to
know
get
you
in the
were in
way of
here.
this.
Oh, I didn't know you were in here. Okay, so cool. So this was just an automation that from May finally got the sale, and now I'm talking life insurance. I don't know why, because she's already a life insurance client. Again, it's not perfect, but it's things happening in the background that I'm not sitting there. And this was months in the work, and finally got a sale, and I got a bunch of different deals. But I'll close it here. I'll let Alex keep doing his thing.
Yeah. Hey guys, sorry about the internet connection issues. I was having some issues with Sebastian earlier, and they're still popping up on my end. So I apologize for me dipping out. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. Um, and so I was talking about a new lead coming in, and Sebastian was doing a great job of literally showing you a demo of exactly what's happening, right? So text messages are coming in, they're timed, we're following up with them. When they schedule an appointment, then she got the reminders, and she showed up and he was able to make a sale. So with the health insurance bundle, when you look at this, I'm a nerd. So I love it having things numbered and colored so that I can see exactly where things are at. And so you can see here, we've literally numbered the entire process. 1.0 is the lead gen, 2.0 is the new lead, 2.5 is lead nurture. So we're sending an email a month for an entire year and then whoop, starting the process over again after a year to keep them engaged with you, right? So when an appointment is scheduled, you saw this work. um, when an appointment is scheduled in the agent CRM calendar, we send reminders out. One, we send the confirmation and then a reminder 24 hours before and a reminder 30 minutes before. For those of you that are using an online booking system, I'm blessed. We work with over 1,500 agencies nationwide on Agent CRM. So I get a lot of good feedback from people telling me what's working, and I can share real quick the best way to remind your prospect about the appointment and get them to show up, because we've all dealt with ghosted appointments, right? They schedule the appointment and they don't show up. It's like, what the heck? So here's a sequence that works really good. First of all, when they first schedule the appointment, you want to add in a professional photo with that text. So it's you, just a professional headshot. That way they see the name and the face. And then 24 hours before, remind them of the appointment. So if the appointment was tomorrow at 1 p.m., then today at 1 p.m., I would send a reminder. Hey, we're talking tomorrow, so excited. And in that text, I would include another photo, but this time it's of me and my family or me enjoying a hobby. What that's doing is that showing me as a person outside of work. Now they're relating to me a little bit more. Then the third and final reminder, I only send three, is 30 minutes before the call, and it's a photo of me holding up my phone. Hey, I'm going to call you in 30 minutes, right? That shows urgency. Now they're putting a name to a face. And what I've seen just in changing the appointment reminder sequence, I've seen a huge increase in the number of people that pick up the phone. Now, if you remember what one of the things I talked about prior to this was making sure they have your contact card. Now, one of the frustrating things about the way that the phones are now filtering out calls is that we're seeing that the iPhone doesn't care that you've been texting them. The iPhone cares that when it deciding whether or not that phone's going to ring, the iPhone is saying, is this number a trusted call that comes in? So you could text them and then you call and that junk still goes straight to voicemail. And you're like, what the heck, right? The iPhone still has not put you in that trusted contact list. So you want to make sure that you send over that contact card first. Now, we do that for you. And as soon as a new lead comes in, the very first text that comes to their way has your contact card. So they should be good to go. But just to give you a heads up, if you guys are using a system right now and you're not sending your contact card and you're noticing that a lot of appointments are ghosting you or people just are not answering when you call, use the contact card rule. Send the contact card as an attachment, and now they can save it in their contact list, and that's going to help get a lot more of your calls answered. Because at the end of the day, the agent that sells the most insurance is the agent that talks to the most people. Not the best closer, right? It's a volume game. I was talking to an agent last week, and he was sharing, he's a newer agent, and he was sharing, he's like, yeah, I'm getting, batches of 50 leads a week. And he's following what I'm sharing. He's doing the contact card rules, sending the photos. And he said, last week I was able to talk to 25 people. Some were preset appointments, some he just called. And he's like, I closed, 20% of the people that I talked to, right? Which isn't great numbers, but, like he made, I think, a total of 6 sales altogether, right? And he, very profitable. He's excited, but he's like, I got to get better at my closing. I got to, improve my process. And then I talked to another agent like later that same day, and she's been in the business for a long time. And she's like, Alex, I have good numbers and I have bad numbers, and I need your help. I said, okay, talk to me. She said, the good news is when I talk to somebody, I'm closing them half of the time. Like she's like, I'm closing 50% of the people that I actually talk to on the phone. I'm like, that's crazy. I've never heard that before. That's wild. She's like, the problem is I've only been able to talk to about 5 people a week because people are not answering the call. They're not scheduling appointments with me. Like my systems are broken. Now, you can be an amazing agent, a great closer, provide great support, but if your systems are broken and people are not answering the call, then you are going to struggle more than you need to. And so my thing, I want to be like the nerd in your corner, right? Like you're like, I'm building a team for my insurance business. Alex is one of the guys on my team. I use Agent CRM. He helps me out, right? And one thing that I want you guys to walk away from this call with is if you follow the rules that the phones and that the carriers are putting in place, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get people on the phone and answering the call. If you try to go against these new blocks that they're putting up and the new ways that they're trying to protect your consumer, you're like, I'm not going to change. I'm going to triple dial. I'm going to try to use local presence and try to like goof people up on the area codes. Like I'm going to try to use tricks to get people to answer the call. You are going to spend a lot more time on unprofitable activity. But if you do the things that they're telling us to do now, which is send the contact card and like what I'm sharing with you, sharing photos, it's building trust, right? Then you're going to get more people to answer the phone. Um, we are in a trust recession, not an economy recession. We're in a trust recession. We see a great photo, we assume it's AI, right? People get a text message from someone they don't know or a call from someone they don't know, they assume it's a spammer or a scammer. We are living in a trust recession. So, how can we become trusted by the people that are reaching out to us for help with their insurance? We want to make sure that they can see that we are professional, we are real, we are there to help and support them. And we want the phones to see us as trusted by just following the rules that they're laying out, which is send the contact card, get your number saved in their phone. So, um, so real quick, I'll share a little bit more about the workflows, and then I'll just open this up for Q&A, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Um, so going back to the health insurance branding bundle, we have the lead generation, we have the new lead systems and automations that pop in, we have the lead nurturing, the appointment scheduled, we have the marketplace access consent. We've got that all dialed in, so you can click a button that sends out. We have the workflows when a policy is sold. And then you could see this with Sebastian actually with his sale. You could see the cross sale start to kick in, right? The first sale that you make to a prospect is the hardest sale. After that, once they know you, like you, and trust you, the second and third sales are a lot easier than the first one. And so we want to set you up to have conversations with people that have already raised their hand, pulled out their wallet, and said, yes, I trust you to do business with you. And then we have the annual review already set up and ready to rock and roll. And so those are the branding bundles. Good news, we have it in English and in Spanish. For those of you that serve a Spanish speaking audience, everything that we've created is in both languages. We have a website for you that's included in the branding bundle. And so if you're operating right now without a website, good news, you don't have to build it out or anything. It just comes with Agent CRM. And one of the things that we built out last year, we're super proud of it, is called a customizer. And in this customizer, you fill in this information here. You can see the few tabs, and it's got your personal info. So it's got your headshot, your N8N number, your social media links, all this good stuff, right? You fill this in one time and then it populates all the emails, it populates the website, it brands everything that we have built out for you. And so now you don't have to be the one to go in there and edit all of these things, which is kind of a hassle, right? You only fill this in one time and then everything is set up and ready to rock and roll for you. Uh, and then the last thing I'll touch on, anytime you get into a new platform, you're going to need some help and assistance. We got your back. Agent CRM support is top notch. And I think that's why we are so big, is because we offer such great support, such good hand holding resources for you. We have a support bot, which is 24/7. It knows the platform and it can give you those instant responses on what to do next. We have a Zoom call. You can get an unlimited number of 10-minute Zoom calls so that my team can help you with anything that you're stuck on. You can call us 24/7, which is really cool. And then you can email us. You can send us in a ticket, say, hey, here's where I'm stuck, help. We have a great Facebook community. I think Sebastian's in there. I've seen him before in there. Over 7,000 of our agents are in there talking about what's working, sharing their success stories, asking questions, etc. So you should definitely join the community. And then we have coaching sessions. These are proactive. So this is a member of my team doing a good introduction and walkthrough of how to use the system. I've done a very quick and sloppy job of showing you the branding bundles. They do a much better, more thorough job of showing you how to get everything set up and dialed in. So that's Agent CRM. But now that I gave you a quick demo, I would love to just do some Q&A and see how I can support you guys, whether it's a question on Agent CRM, marketing, contact, anything you guys would love my support on. I'm here to help. Oh, let me close that. Are there any questions that popped up? Oh, Carlise asked, do you use systems to leave voicemails also? So you can use the system to leave a voicemail. I do not recommend a voicemail drop. That used to be a really cool way to leave basically like an ad for somebody, is you would record a message and then you would drop a voicemail on their phone. Do not recommend doing that for two reasons. One, they're just not very effective anymore. People don't listen to voicemails. I don't listen to voicemails that unknown numbers leave on my phone, right? So the second thing is um, the compliance police are really anti voicemail drops now, and so I've seen people get in trouble with that. So I recommend just not doing it. Erwin, go ahead and unmute yourself, man. How can I support you?
Yeah, hi, thanks. My question is, I use a version of Go High Level called Baymax CRM. So I don't know if you're
Yep, heard of him.
familiar with them, and one is to see what are how does the agent CRM compare to that one? And also like what kind of tools do you guys have available to be able to implement the AI? Because I know there's a lot of AI customization that can be done in the CRM, but I don't, as far as the other CRM that I use doesn't really have the training to do that. And I would really like to be able to implement that. If you can talk a little
Yeah,
bit about that.
yeah, great question. So I know of Baymax CRM. I am not super familiar with what they have, so I can't really speak to a lot of the differences. I can tell you we are by far the biggest insurance CRM in the Go High Level space by multiples. Um, and I think the two reasons why we're so big is because we have great support. Like if you need help with AI, you can just schedule a quick fix call tomorrow, Erwin, and get some help with my team right away, right? Like it's that simple. You don't need to read a documentation. You don't need to watch a training video. You could do all of those things, or you could just hop on a call and have us build it with you. That's the power of Agent CRM, right? The second reason why we're so big is because we have everything built out with those branding bundles. Like I just walked through the health insurance, right? Literally start to finish, the entire process is built out, customized. All you do is fill in the customizer and it's like branded to you the entire way through. There's no other system like that on the market, right? So, some of the other things that we have available inside of our click and play assets, again, these are all free. Any you can grab as many of these as you want. We have add-ons, and inside of the add-ons, we have a cross-sell vault, we have reactivation campaigns, and then check this out. We have a send contact card. So if you have a list of people that are in your database and You're like, I've never sent a contact card because I didn't need to until now. Well, this is one of the pre-built assets that we have. It's in English and Spanish, and you can send it out to your entire list with your contact card and generate some new conversations with it. So we have so many pre-built assets. One of the things that is my core belief as I build out software for insurance agents is that any minute that Erwin is spending building out a workflow is time where Erwin is not making money. And so if you are building this kind of stuff out, then you are not doing revenue generating activity. Would you agree with that? Yes. So based on that, what can I do as the nerd in your corner to make it that you are not spending any time building out workflows? I should give you everything that you need that I can think of that would help you. Now, you could come up with ideas and say, I want to build this out. I want to send this email. I want to make a campaign around St. Patty's Day, right? Like whatever, right? Great. You have the quick fix calendar for that, right? Jump on a call, have us help you build it out, right? You could build it out, by the way. We do not hold anything back. You have everything that you could want inside of high level available to you. We're not restricting your access in any way. However, again, our core belief is every minute that you spend building a workflow, building a website, etc., is time where you are not generating any revenue for your business. And so we should be coming alongside you building that stuff out. So I think those are the two biggest things that really makes us stand out. And Felicia, to answer your question, yes, all we do is insurance. Agent CRM only does insurance. And we specialize in building out assets for specific insurance products. So you can see we've got a branding bundle for 12 different core insurance products. They're all available in here. You can grab as many of them as you want. We even have a branding bundle for recruiting. For those of you that are looking to build a team, we have a great bundle that will help you get that set up and going, including the website. So, and then I saw another question. Is it Milo? Go ahead and pop
Yeah,
unmute yourself.
it's me. How you doing, Alex?
Hey, doing good, man.
Uh, Good. I talked to you a couple times before.
Nice.
Um, I have the CRM, right? So I had it for a while. I canceled it and then I brought it back on again. I got my A2P, everything's finalized. I'm having trouble on the recruiting side, which is I sent you a message, so maybe like we could maybe do like a one-on-one or how I can get some additional help, but the recruiting part is what I'm having issues with.
Talk to me more about that because I promise you, you're not the only one having issues with recruiting. So tell me where
Um,
you're struggling.
it's the platform, like the setups, the next step and the next step. When is it's the follow-up I don't have in place.
Okay. So did you download the recruitment branding bundle?
I have, yes.
Okay. Have you submitted a ticket asking for some additional help on getting it set up?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Have you submitted any tickets or reached out to my team for help?
With open enrollment, I kind of just stopped.
Okay.
I once open enrollment started, I kind of like I didn't get I give up. I didn't
Yeah.
cancel
That's fair.
it.
That's fair. That's fair. It's
I'm
it's a
still
lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm still getting charged, and I just like put it to the back burner. I'll figure it out later, and just focus on open enrollment. Now that open enrollment's over, I do want to pick it back up and have it everything connected and finalized because the next couple months is recruiting. Um, that's where the focus is at. So I
Yeah.
want to use
Awesome.
that
Awesome.
to the much as to my advantage.
Awesome. So I'm going to drop a link in here. I just posted a link inside of the Zoom chat. You guys can use it. It's for a free 30-minute consultation with my team where we can talk about what the platform is and how we can help. Now, this is for those of you that are not currently a user and you're like, I got some specific questions about my situation. I want to talk to somebody. Jump on that link right now. It's a no pressure call. We can answer all of your questions and dive into it. I want to get back to Milo because this is something that is a lot of agents are in this exact place. You're like, all right, I am ready to build. Now what? Yeah, I have an agent CRM account. What are my next steps? There's a couple different ways that you can go about building out your recruitment system. Number one, you can, inside of the recruitment branding bundle, there's little notes and things that kind of walk you through, here's what to change, here's how this works, right? And you can dive in and kind of follow that. You can schedule quick fix calls which I recommend doing as well, saying, here's where I'm stuck, what are my next steps, right? We also have so what you're looking at inside of Agent CRM, everything that I've shown you up to this point, you guys, is available on the $97 per month platform. Unlimited click and play, all of the support options that we have, everything, no holds barred. Okay. We have another tier if you want it called the Pro plan. And the Pro plan is $297. And included with that is an unlimited number of 1 hour long calls. And so this is where my team would work with you, Milo, and literally go workflow by workflow, step by step, and saying, what do you want changed here? And literally doing it with you on the phone, but doing it for you on a Zoom call. Okay. So it's a done with you. And the reason we do it with you is because we want you to know how it's all working and what we're doing on your account. But then also, we're going to need your input as we make changes to your recruitment platform. So also with the Pro account, we have what we call AdBase. AdBase is our ad launcher. And so we have some ads that are generating new recruits at anywhere from 10 to, I think one of our users is getting new recruits at $7 per lead. Now, it doesn't mean they're all signing up, but that's just somebody who's raising their hand and saying, I'm interested in joining Milo's team as an insurance agent. I want to talk more about it. That's what that indicates. So we have ads that are already that funnel them into your website where they fill out an application, and then you can determine whether or not you want to interview them. And the entire process is built out in the recruitment branding bundle. You get all that with the $97 plan. It's the extra support and us building it out for you to customize it. That comes with the Pro plan. So, yeah. So, Andrew, I see your hand raised. How can I help?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, Alex. So, I use a Zoom dialer instead of my personal number. That's already, connected with Top Broker through the Inspire CRM. How does that work with the agent CRM? Am I able to keep that number, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
you're absolutely allowed to keep it. It just doesn't integrate into Agent CRM. So Agent CRM integrates really well with so many tools. And unfortunately, the phone systems are not easy to like plug in, right? And so within Agent CRM, you can use the Agent CRM phone system. And you kind of saw how it looks on Sebastian's walkthrough. Somebody calls in, the voicemail's there, it transcribes it for you. You call out, it records it. Like the reason why it's recording everything, by the way, is to protect you, right? So, because like I'm all about not only helping you get more people on the phone, but protecting you in case somebody starts to make a wild claim, right? I got your back. And so, but how can I get your back? I can get your back by documenting every single freaking thing that's going on in the conversation. So all the text messages are there, all the emails are there, all the phone calls are there. That only works if you're using the phone system that's connected to Agent CRM. You can absolutely use the Zoom phone system. And I believe they even record all the calls as well. It
Actually,
just doesn't connect into Agent CRM and store the recordings inside of Agent CRM.
so can I ask you how it works? With the one I'm using, I can just press a button and it dials. Is that the same way it works in the CRM you provide, where I can just use that number that I don't know you provide me or whatever, and I can just use that to make all my calls from the CRM? And then
Yep, you can use it to make all of your calls from the CRM. You can use it to make calls, receive calls. Every call coming in or out is recorded. You get your own phone number that's dedicated to your Agent CRM account. And then my team can help you get your contact card created. And that contact card can have multiple numbers. You can add in your Agent CRM number. You can add in your Zoom number in that contact card. And that way, whatever phone system you're calling from, it's going to show that Andrew Day is calling them.
okay. And is that I think I just lost my question. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Sebastian, did you have a
Yeah,
question?
just to touch on that. So what I would focus on, Andrew, and this is what I did personally, because Agent CRM isn't going to connect with Top Broker or Inspired CRM. You know what I mean? So if you're using Zoom to dial, you can continue to do that. You can continue to, to click quick dial. What I would do is I would, work the leads on Inspired CRM, work it off of, and I would use a couple different numbers, when I was aggressively dialing. I know in today's day and age, things are different. So you have the contact card, you have, text messages, and I'd be texting as well as I'm reaching out. I want to get in front of the client, right? So, so you can use the Zoom, you click to dial, and then as soon as you get a conversation going with that client, you would, and I like the app. I know he didn't talk about that, but
Oh,
Agent
yeah,
CRM does
yeah.
have an app on your phone. It's sweet. I could be anywhere, everywhere, and I'll get phone calls on this number because this is a lot of people have this number, or like maybe they'll have the Zoom number, and I'll connect. I'll do a quick 5-7 minute phone call. Hey, all right, great. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule an appointment with you. Maybe it was a referral, word of mouth, and then I'll get on this number. I'll pull up my Agent CRM app and I'll schedule their appointment. And I'll tell them, hey, you're going to get a text message from my office line. Agent CRM, I want that number to be the forward-facing number for all of my clients. So that way I will still call them on this one and I'll let them know, hey, I'm going to, even though I'm reaching out on this number, I'm going to go ahead and schedule you on my office line and you're going to get a notification from there, and then I move them to the agent CRM number. You know what I mean? So like when I first got it, I had a bunch of clients. I think I had like 200 or so clients. And as some of you guys may know, I do keep an Excel file with every single client. That was even before Agent CRM. And I was able to download a CSV file and put them all into Agent CRM, send them the contact card and let them know, hey guys, this is going to be my new office line going forward. So that way, save it if you guys need to reach out, because that's easier for me to kind of manage all my conversations. I can see it right there. I can see when the emails come through, the text messages. I can always go through and like, oh, okay, this is what happened. And this is so if you're dialing, I don't recommend, maybe you think differently, Alex, on this, but I don't recommend using the agent CRM number if you're going to be hard dialing a whole bunch of different numbers per day. I recommend using your other lines and then bringing in agent CRM as, okay, I talked to the number, I talked to the prospect, I'm now scheduling them, and now I'm going to add them as a lead. And I can show you how that's done here real quick. It's pretty easy. And you can do it right on your phone. I don't know how to share phones, but you just click add, like you would go to contacts, and there's it's a robust software. I maybe use 15% of what's available because like Alex is saying, you can, and I can nerd out myself. I'll be there at 5 in the morning. I think you guys stole my Spanish things because you guys didn't have that before. I set that up myself. I set up like a tag before you guys did the Spanish,
Oh,
and
did you? Nice.
I kid you not, like that was way back like in 23 and stuff like that, and I would create a workflow like if the tag had SPN, they'd go this way, and if it didn't have SPN, they'd go this way. So I would nerd out like 5 in the morning and create automations, but mind you, at 5 in the morning, so that way I'm not taking away from my prospecting time and things like that. But yeah, so
Yeah.
what I would do is like, let's say I'm working a lead here, and Rosalinda answers her phone, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm scheduling the appointment with Rosalinda. So I'm going into my agent CRM and I'm letting her know, like, hey, Miss Rosalinda, I'm just going to go ahead and get you scheduled. It's going to be for whatever time we set up, and I'll just go ahead and create the lead. Rosalinda Carbajal. I'll copy and paste that email, right? I'll drop it in there. I'll copy and paste the phone number. Very important to put the time zone. If you put the wrong time zone, they will get messages a little off. So very important you look and see what time zone that they're in. But the cool thing is that you can just type it in, and it's easy to do on the phone also. But the cool thing about it, let's say I created the form and I speak with her. I'm just going to use mine as a test one here. Like I'll schedule the appointment right from here, or I can do it on the phone. I usually use my phone and I go to the app and I create the lead, and then you just kind of create the appointment right here. And then I've moved them from the Zoom where I'm power dialing, I'm power dialing appointments, or I'm power dialing, if that's still what we're doing. But I'll just go ahead and set the appointment here. I'll put add. It's running slow because of Zoom. And then I have different calendars because I downloaded the final expense, I downloaded the health. I've got a couple for a couple different things. When I created a funnel, I had a couple kind of going. This is the one with the website, so I know it's coming from the website. So I separated by calendars. You don't have to have all this. You can just have one calendar, you guys. Just speak with your health agent, and then you can just schedule it right here. And what's going to happen is you're going to see your availability. So I can schedule it tomorrow. It'll give you what slots. Let's say you want to double book yourself. You can put custom, and you can put it in the time that you want. Just put, and it'll, because it connects with your Google Calendar. So it'll, like, whenever there's an appointment there, it'll take away. So I like that. So that way it's not going to double book me. It's going to use a lot of, like, I run off the calendar, but I'll tell you guys, I will wake up to appointments. I have no idea how they got there. It's just nurturing, right? I sold a health insurance lead. I can't tell you how many dental sales I've gotten from just the second sale. Like, I've sold the deal. I added it to like a dental and vision automation. And a week later, they're going to get a message. Hey, it's been a pleasure working with you, Andrew. I hope you got your insurance cards by now. Just so you know, we also do dental. We help out with dental and vision plans. And I'll send the Emeritus link so I don't get on the phone and they can just click there and sign up themselves. Um, or nurturing, and they click on an email and they schedule on my calendar, and I get a notification and it blocks out that time in my calendar. So that way I know I'm showing up to that appointment and I know what we're talking about and I can kind of go back to it. So I use it with my Inspired CRM. I pull my leads here. As soon as I talk to a customer, I'm now, of course, I'm logging the sales, I'm doing everything from here, but I'm now kind of transitioning them to here. Okay, I've got a hot lead. I'm now working on an agent CRM, so that way, as I'm dialing, it's doing a lot of stuff in the background. And guys, what I wanted to share with you guys is I talked to the team and I talked to Alex and them, and I did ask him, I'm very proud of this automation. Maybe you guys can steal it, Alex. No, I'm kidding. But it's an AEP, OEP automation kind of I set up. And there are rules with AEP, so these are our existing clients, but it did kind of bring in quite a bit of people, kind of coming in as and it was just a nurture campaign. I think we did, or was it? Like when America's Choice was leaving, I created an automation. I created a quick automation and I threw my America's Choice clients in there. When Aetna was leaving, I created an automation. I threw my Aetna clients in there so that way they get text messages, they get emails. I don't have to be, quick on the phone. I think this is it. No, this was the Spanish one. Oh yeah, this is what I did. So what I did is whoever uses and I'll share the link if you guys wanted to sign up or get a free trial, whoever's using it, I added these bonus assets that I created this one, and I think there's one now with an agent CRM. So what I did is I added this to every single one of my sales, and it's a Google review. So I'm like, I kind of want to grow my Google page. So now, it's slowly kind of building up. I didn't do this from the beginning, but so whenever I make a sale, about 30 minutes out, it sends them a Google review link, and they can go there. And I've been able to build that up in like 46 Google reviews. I'm trying to get to 100 plus. But hey, if they're looking at health insurance locally and stuff like that, these things help, right? Or like if they want to look you up, things like that, does help. So that's an automation that I created. Whenever I make a sale, it automatically sends them a co-automation. And the cool thing about this is that if they rate you with like a 3 or a 4 or a 1, no, not this one. Let me go back. And I think Alex already has it built in, but I had this before you guys. I'm kidding, but I did kind of set it up there, and it's cool because if they rate a 1 through a 4, it won't send them to your Google page for them to leave a review. It'll send out automation saying, hey, what can we do better? What could we have done better, kind of stuff. And this tells you if they actually clicked on the link. It's running super slow now. Yeah, it's not letting me click. Stupid Zoom.
Well, that's going. I do want to say I have to jump off. I apologize for dipping out before the call is over, but it was excellent to meet all of you guys. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for inviting me in to share a demo and answer some questions. I would love to have you guys
Hey,
give Agent CRM a chance. Sebastian can drop a link. If you use his link, you'll get all of his goodies. So, any questions, or want to talk to my team, there's a link there, the consult link. And then with the contact card rule that I talked about, I did have a free PDF that talks more about it. You guys are more than happy to jump in and grab this and share it if you want to. If you're like, other people need to hear about this. The website is thecontactcardrule.com. So I just broke down in a video and a quick PDF what the heck is going on with the phones, how are they determining what's or not. And then on that, there's on the contactcardrule.com website, um, there's also a link that on a tool that I made to actually get your own contact card. So you can just download it and send it out using any CRM, agent CRM, any CRM. It gives you the right file. So right on. Well, again, Sebastian, thank you so much.
Alex, thank you so much, man. I know you're a busy guy, so for the fact that you showed up and joined us in our team, I much appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing. You
Yep.
guys, you have a very good one, okay?
All right. Thanks.
All right, you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If anybody wants to use that, I will share some of the, like the goodies. There's one for like open enrollment, AEP and OEP. So I'll share it with you. It's I think they offer a 14-day free trial, but it is not free. Just kind of keep that in mind. I kind of put it out there on the first initial. It's 97 bucks a month. I use it in unison with my Inspired CRM, and it really, the way that I think about it is if I can get one sale every month, and I usually do, it's paying for itself. It well pays for itself, and it just kind of keeps me top of mind with people. It's kind of like having an assistant on the side doing a lot of cool stuff that I don't have to worry about. So it is a little bit of tech at the beginning and setting it up and configuring it, but they have a lot of support there. But once it's kind of running smoothly, you're just dragging. Okay, I sold a deal, you drag it to the deal sold, it automatically does everything. If they don't show up to an appointment, you drag it to no show. It automatically sends them an automation like, hey, we missed our appointment. I hope everything's okay. I'm going to shoot you an email so that way you can get on there and reschedule. Um, if you didn't make a sale, you put to bad fit. I have it set up where it automatically does a year worth of nurturing, just nurturing campaigns, giving them value through email. And every now and then, I would say probably about one person a month is reaching out from just nurture campaigns. And I think I have like over like 5,000 people that are just, randomly through leads, through ads, through, just people that I've added on there and that they're on nurture campaigns just through email. Who knows if they're going to click or not, but if they do, it's free money coming in. So guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I think we have Milo's and Michael's training kind of going on at 1. But again, if anybody wants to use that link, I think they offer a free 14-day trial. And there's some goodies of some stuff. I didn't show you with the AAP, but it's in there. Y'all have a good one, okay?
Thank you.
Hi,
Most
Sebastian.
definitely.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Sebastian.
what's up, Tony?
Hi, sorry. Real quick, I didn't get his the initiate it, like the to start the plan, the amount.
I threw it. It's $97, so it's a 14-day
let's see.
free trial, but it's
Mhm.
$97 a month.
97, and then on top of that, 97 each additional month.
No, just $97 a month. So to start it, I think you just it's a 14-day free trial for you to test it and try it out. And then once the 14 days are over, then it's just 97 every month.
Oh, okay, got it.
Now there are a lot of
Thanks.
updates and upgrades, that you can use.
Mhm.
But again, it's like, for instance, I'll share with you guys. This is one that I started doing, and again, there's levels to it. Doesn't mean we have to get it from the get-go, but this is
Right,
one that I added for it.
like everything.
Like
Beginners.
check it out. Hold on. I'm gonna call my phone number 386-414-7501.
Uh-huh.
This is my number. I don't know if you guys can hear.
We can hear it.
Thank you for calling the Life Care Pro. This is Sarah. Would you like to speak in English or Espanol?
I want to speak in English.
Okay.
Great, we'll continue in English. What are you calling about today? Life insurance, health insurance, Medicare, or final expense?
Health insurance. Like, I got your number from somebody else. Is Sebastian available?
Thanks for letting me know. Just to confirm, have you worked with us before?
No, I haven't worked with him.
Reaching out. Got it. Thanks for clarifying. Before we go further, do you consent to discuss health plan options with a licensed agent?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. time, what's your best email address? And could you please spell it out for me to make sure I get it right?
I hate that you got to add the email in there, but it's like having a 24/7 answering service. That is an upgrade from them. It is a little pricey, so if you're not, you don't have to do it. But I just the way that I saw it is I was getting so many missed calls because I'm on the phone myself, and these are potential deals I'm letting go through. So like if I can have, and if I hire somebody to just answer phone calls, it's gonna be very expensive. So I'm like, huh. I started looking, and that's one of the AI add-ons that they have is just an AI answering service. They're open, she's available 24/7. Whenever somebody dials my number, they get an AI representative. And she says, if I say, hey, I just want to speak to Sebastian, I don't want to make an appointment. Can you get Sebastian on the phone?
I totally get where you're coming from. Having someone or something always available to answer calls can really help make sure you
She read. She's not smart. AI is not perfect, okay?
connect you with Sebastian right now. Would you like me to transfer your call, or would you prefer to book a time or leave him a message?
Transfer the call, please. I need to speak to Sebastian.
Let me transfer you to a Sebastian. Please hold on.
Hey, Sebastian. So and then it just goes on this one, and then you know what I mean. So it kind of helps have somebody live, even if they're calling in the middle. Because I was seeing, I'm missing so many calls. This is not good. Blah blah blah. But I think I'm on DND right now.
Hi, this is Sebastian, the Life Care Pro. I am currently out of the office on another phone call this time.
So I can leave a message, right? Or they can book an appointment. So that's, again, that doesn't come with a standard version, but you don't need that. But as you start getting more clients, more people reaching out, customer service things and things like that, I thought that was a nice little add-on. So they did add that, and it's been helping. Just people that reach out and I can't answer right then and there, and they're just scheduling an appointment. Again, I'm looking at this as a business, and I'm growing my insurance business, and I'm investing back into the business. So that's ultimately what it is. But guys, I'm gonna stop recording. I appreciate you guys.